3, 2, 1. Live.
Setting that sound, because I am late.
Very loud indeed. All right. Did you even do the SETI thing? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Cool. Good stuff. All right. Heck yeah, man. What do we got going on here? This is strange. All of the notifications say 8 minutes ago, but that's not true.
Wow. Interesting.
It's all good. Let's see who's here today. Skepsis D, what's up, Skepsis? Corey Davis is here. How you doing, Corey? How's your drive? How are you doing? How's the volume level on this? Audio check 1, 2. It can't be in my face because it messes things up. Sir Legna's here. Remove time in general. Things just happen. They always happen and will continue happening. I think time is a good concept that man has created to deal with things, but why do we have to keep changing it? Daylight savings time is dumb to me.
I agree.
My body says that it's 1 o'clock, but it's actually 2:03.
Boo. I hate losing an hour.
Yeah, man.
Gaining an hour is not so bad. The losing the one is bad.
It feels early today. Daylight savings is made for business to help them get more money? Probably. That's usually what happens. Things are done to make more money. But you guys, this will be my last stream for some time. Things just got complained at work, or complex at work.
Complex.
Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. Hopefully I'll be able to stream, but only time will tell. That's sad, Corey.
Boo.
Feels sad, man.
Yeah.
What's up, Warp Enigma? How are you doing? Life is Cancer, how you doing? What are you guys up to today? Life said, I thought you said you were going to start streaming 1 hour later, but today you started earlier.
Oh, did we do the backwards?
I don't know. All I know is...
We went forward an hour.
Because we lost an hour.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 1 right now, but it's 2.
Oh, so yeah, we were supposed to say that we were going to stream an hour earlier for everybody else.
Yeah.
Oops. Hey, time warps are confusing, okay?
Yeah. Anyway, I did a lot of work yesterday on my project. Let me go to the Discord. Links in the description below. Come join us. It'd be really nice of you to do that. What did I actually do? I changed some stuff around, for sure. Adjusted the font size to show the elemental properties properly. Damn, I feel like I'm dying. Also fixed a setting issue that stops some things from displaying properly. I adjust the draw code, but I actually messed it up and then reverted it to the default settings by making a new project and copy pasting the code back in. That was fantastic work on my part. You're welcome. I removed the entire trait section for now. There are plenty of features, and this will only come back way later on if it's requested. I put a poll inside the MZMMO coding channel of the Discord. And the question was, should the shift button unequip gear while you're looking at the equip menu? And Cyber Baron did the emojis for up, down, and balance, and it looks like nobody cares, and except Sir Legna said balance, so that's no help. That was the troll option. He chose the troll option. You're playing some WoW? I heard Burning Crusade Classic just got released. How's that going, Skeps? Is it any good? That was my favorite time, between Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King in World of Warcraft. And I stopped playing by the end of Wrath of the Lich King.
Excuse me.
It's okay. And by the end of Wrath of the Lich King, I had quit playing, and I came back for Cataclysm, and I played for like a week. I bought Cataclysm, resubbed for a month, and played for a week, and then I haven't touched it since. Vino with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Vino. How you doing, man? He goes, how does one throw a space party?
You plan it.
You plan it. There he goes with the punchline in the same super chat.
That's hilarious.
What's up,
I
Vino?
never would have gotten that in a million years.
Yeah, I would have been like, I don't know. Anyway, it's easy to remove the shift button from to make it unequipped items, but I think I'll leave it in for now. I updated most weapons and armors to include a set bonus. I added a little gab window thing, but it actually isn't gab window. It's just the visual message thing inside of a Vigicella plugin. But I did a little cool thing I'll show you. So I have the game running right now. Let's connect and make a new account. The Burning Crusade was the expansion I started with way back in the day. I only play retail, not classic. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I changed the size, the show text size, to only show 3 bars instead of 4. I also stretched it out to go from corner to corner. I don't know if this is a good change because it kind of cuts off stuff with the 60 FPS marker in it. I'm kind of thinking about changing that back. In fact, let me do that right now. Default width. Let's do 720. Wait, no, wait. It's 1280 by 720. So the width 1280. Let's just see what happens if I pick this arbitrary number. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Hopefully you guys are having a good day today. Wait, what? How come? Oh, wait. Did I not, like, save it and then restart it? Gosh dang it. If you change the plugin parameters... There it is. Wow, 720 seems mighty small. Yeah, maybe we don't go that far down. It's 1200. Let's do 900. Let's do 900. In the message core, general settings, default width, let's do 900. Okay, okay, okay. I've been doing little polishing things for like 9 hours yesterday. I repurged the database because I had made like 100 million accounts doing this. Ah, that looks better. That's about right. Overall, I wanted less text on the screen at any one time. And in the game, you won't see all the little codes. Socket, IO session ID, client random seed. You won't see all that when I release it for alpha or beta. Let's go. Warrior's been tested. Warrior feels very good and polished. I was going around checking them all. Red Mage needed a new thing it was kind of weak. So look, when you enter this map, it says your character data is saving. And if I leave the map and come back, anytime you enter the tavern, that's when the game will save. It saves at other times too, but like that's a way to force a save. Because there's no like going to the menu and saving the game. It's not even saved on your own computer. It's saved on a MySQL server. That wasn't running, so yeah, that's a. It was the socket server was running, but the database was not. So there's a good chance that this account doesn't exist. It's okay, it's all right. Let's see what happens if it is going to crash. If that happens, I don't know. Is it going to save this account at this point? That could be a problem if the MySQL server is not running when the Socket.io server is and accounts are created. Let's see what happens. I'm going to need to look at the database viewer for that. You know, now that I'm not using the full version of this, it's like a 30-day trials ran out. It wants to hassle me. It's like slow loading times, lots of pop-ups, like fluffy delays just because it can. It's like, do you want to try the $400 version of it? Pay $400.
Nah.
Nah. Let's look at what data it actually has. Alright, what is this? 320.224. 320.224. Yeah, man, it looks like it's got it saved. Inside there, it shows you this is freelancer sub job, sub job, none. Cool. I'm gonna actually go out of read-only mode and delete the other entries that didn't even finish. Finchnich.
Finchness.
Hey, Poca Latte. How are you doing? Veroclaw 23, Nicola Ongaro. Hello, hello, hello. Pretty chill Monday. We're just trying to get used to daylight savings time. Bzz. What's up, Warp Enigma? I really want to see what one of them random dungeons will actually look like. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do that. I'll show you that next. I did lots of other stuff. We'll get to it, I suppose. Generate a new dungeon? Yes, there's 2 right now. Also, will there be a way to chat in-game? No, you're going to have to go to Discord for that. I'll make a channel in the Discord for that. You've obtained an elixir +3, because it doesn't make any sense to try to compete with the amazing stuff that Discord has when you could just use Discord for in-game stuff. So like, you would just have your chat like right here, you know? It would just be like MZMMO official or something, and you would just chat in here. And you can do a lot more than having a pop-up chat box taking up your real estate in the game. That's the way I see it anyway. I want to use Discord. Like, obviously I'll make a link in the game so you can say, if you want to click, if you want a shortcut to the Discord really quick, you just like go here and then like in somewhere there'll be something you can click for chat. And you just click it and it'll open up in a browser, or if you have the software installed, it'll open up the channel and say, you want to join Driftwood Gaming? If so, then yeah, you can chat there. I made a new action sequence. It's very basic and easy. I made a new skill called Flame Blade and put that action sequence on it. So we have to get 100 TP for that to happen. The balance at the very beginning feels good. If Drifty's MMO got thousands of people online at once, doubt that. As in-game chat makes sense, but with dozens/hundreds of discords makes better sense, in my opinion. Yeah, it's going to not have in-game built chat because it doesn't need it. I'm gonna put it into Discord. Just a link to the Discord.
Morning.
Flame Blade.
Morning, Psycho.
That's it. Just simple. 420 blaze it. I couldn't have scripted that any better. It's not set to do 420 damage, but if they're weak to fire, they're definitely going to take more damage. And one shot fire weak ghost with the high magic fire blade thing. I don't know. My brain's still not working. I made new stuff. That's what you can think about. Also, all the loot is randomly generated. You give it a set number, and it checks your level now. So you're not going to get like Mega Potion +3 at level 1 that restores like 20,000 hit points, because that doesn't make sense to me. So I changed it. So now it checks your level, and from level 1 to 20, you're going to get like a first tier of loot. And then from level 21 to 40, you're going to get a second tier of loot. And then level 41 and up, you get the third tier of loot for like consumables and stuff. So the dungeons are randomly generated. And what you have to do is find the switch, which apparently we started next to it. And then if you hit the switch, then the boulder will move away from the exit. And there is a small chance that a boss will spawn. A boss room will spawn. It doesn't look like it spawned in this one, which is fine. The only way to get gold right now is from other players. But since there's no, the trading system isn't even done yet, the only way to get gold is to beat the boss. So you run dungeons. But you get potions and ore. So there'll be a crafting system, and the crafting system will... I already came this way. Damn it. This is a very longer dungeon. Very longer. Great. Great words. This is a much
very longer.
I made two dungeons, 2 dungeon types, and there can be randomly generated. So this one can be shorter than this one, than this iteration. But here's the exit. You find the exit. Let me see if there's a treasure. Yeah, I knew it. Bang. Elixir +2. So we did get some items. We ended up getting an ether +2, elixir +2, elixir +3, and bronze ore. And so that was pretty good turnout for loot. We got some potions to restore HPs and MPs. TP is persistent, so it'll stay with us. We can exit the dungeon. Boom. Your character data is saving. And then, if we look at the Socket.io server, should be down here, it shows that, right here, game data has been successfully saved to the server. For the user live test 3, that would be my account. Other people are not going to see the console really. And you can go to the banker, and I got this system working yesterday. So if you say nothing, then nothing happens. But if you want to make a deposit, it'll check how much gold you have. Now, I have been using HUDmaker Ultra to... Come on. Why can't I move it? Oh no, it doesn't want to let me move. Remember that thing that was happening with the realm screens, honey? Where I couldn't move a menu around? This one does it too. I can't move this to another screen.
Weird.
Yeah. Does it let me resize it? It doesn't let me resize it.
That's weird.
There's a weird bug with Windows, so I can't even drag HUDmaker Ultra onto this screen or off of this screen. I can only minimize it. That's really strange. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I'll look into that. Maybe there's a new version. I've messed something up. It's likely. But in the bottom left side, I'm drawing how much gold you have, and then on the bottom right side, I'm showing how much gold you have in the bank. Right now, I don't have any. I don't think I have any gold. Yeah, I have 0. So I can't deposit anything. But I made a test thing so that I can get money. And I got 100 gold. You can look in the top left. I made a little visual menu. It didn't last. It doesn't stick around long enough. But it tells you get 100 gold. Bang, got 100 gold. So I got 200 gold. And if I try to deposit 300 gold, it says I don't have that much, right? But if I try to deposit, let's just say 100 of my 200, then those numbers would change. Those animations play still, but I haven't, for some reason, the HUD Maker Ultra, I've got it messed up when I switch versions. I've stored 100, and if I look at the database, it should have automatically saved and updated that. So I'm going to double check that actually right now. So if I hit refresh and I look at this account and I see it says that I have 100 gold, and it shows that I have 100 gold in the bank. So that's working properly. Let's withdraw. Let's see if we can take out 400 gold. No, you don't have that much. Okay. Let's see if I can take out 100 gold again. Bang. Boom. Are all set. Returns your 100 gold, and then if we look at the database and refresh it, it shows that we've got 200 in our 200 on us and 0 in the bank. And if you were wanting to like buy something or trade with another player, you'd have to deposit it into the bank. You deposit your 200 gold into the bank, and then you can use that at an auction house. But the auction's not working yet because this is still using Discord.js. So all I've done is essentially locked up my game. Right? Great, good job, me. Please close the trade menu. Well, it doesn't show the trade menu because it's bugged. Because Now I can keep this game running if I look at what switch I need to toggle. Just turn off the switch that locks the player up. Control switches. Show auction house, I think it's 5. So if I've got show auction house on, it's not going to let the player move. I've done that here by making blank events and then made them be the same as character, so they're like an obstruction, and then the condition is the switch being on. So if you want to lock the player in place, it's a very easy way to do that. If you want to make blank events that only show up during a switch, you turn a switch on. If you know the player is going to be here, then boom, boom, boom. The player cannot move, but we can use hacking skills, and we can just say set value of 5 to false, and then we've turned off switch 5 in the game, and we should be able to move again. There we go. No problem. Here's a quick way to rest. We can rest for the night, get a full recover for free. It's confusing because it looks like this is your HP, but it's not. This is your experience. Here's your HP up here. I changed the menus around in the status, so there's no more traits at all. Now you just have general, parameters, elements, access, and infinite. Wait, I fixed this. Why is it cutting off the last 2 elements again? Now I definitely fixed this. Alright, so let me see what's going on with this. So there's 2 things that determine that size. First of all, if you go to System 2 and you control your font size, that changes things around a bit. The font itself also changes it. So I guess that's 3. There's 3 things. But then there's also inside the status core, element status core, there's a thing you can toggle in here somewhere. Trait set font size. I think it's that, even though we're not using the traits. This is a font size that controls the text in the screen. So I'm going to take that from 15 to 14. I think I had it working at 15. I don't know what the problem is, but I did change 28 to 26. So that's weird because I changed the game font size to be smaller, but yet it made this font size bigger. So that's really odd. What I want it to do is to have 4 rows. Elemental resistance 1, elemental resistance 2. Like boom, boom, 2 rows of that. And then 2 rows of bonus damage. You see how much empty space we're wasting here and here. Like push this over, and I know you can do that. Like the code that draws this here is is literally inside this plugin. So we can go here and find the code that's drawing it. It's somewhere in one of these plugins. Elements, JS draw data. Control A, Control C. All right, and then let's go to like VS Code. Let's go File New. Paste this in here. Let's classify this as JS because it is JS. Good morning, Psycho Gaming. How are you doing today? I would have never have thought to make an MMORPG maker, says Warp Enigma. Yeah, it's a fool's errand. That's what I'm doing. It's a fool's errand. The random cave dungeon looks better than I feared. This is an ambitious task, Drifty, really amazing. Cool. I'm using a lot of help. I'm using a lot of plugins from other talented people, and I'm taking the cool shit that they do and making that what my game will do. So this is from Aerosys, not what you see on the screen, but what you were talking about, the random dungeon generator. Let's see if we get the second one. I designed another one. Yay, we got the second one. So this is another one. This one's smaller. It's a 50 by 50, but once you make your presets, you can just change the size by literally going to the map and saying, no, make this a 60 by 60 or 80 by 80. You see, here's the exit, and there's got to be a way to move that boulder. You run around. The fights are optional. You get into fights if you want to. I plan to turn on random encounters. I plan to turn on a system that lets the player toggle random encounters, so the player can decide if they want random encounters or not, and they can just go into the options and say random encounters, boom, on and off. Right now they're just turned off. None, half, normal. So all I have to do is add them and defaults to none. And then the player can just toggle random encounters on or off whenever they want. I think that makes more sense to me. So I found the switch, getting some loot. I actually do want to fight some creatures. Let me get into a battle. There will be only a few on the map battles that chase the player, and I kind of want them to be stronger than the random encounters. I want the random encounters to be a little bit weaker. But we hit the switch so we can exit the dungeon, so we will exit the dungeon. Your character data is saving. That's a pretty cool little, if you notice it fades out. I want to show you how I did that real quick. So when you enter this map, a lot of stuff happens as an auto run. It controls some variables, tracks the player, turns on a switch. It communicates with the server saying that we've entered this map. But it also sets a variable to 200 because this is going to be our opacity fader. And then it's going to turn on the save game switch. And then it's going to save the game. But what this does is turns on another one, a parallel process, that checks to see if this switch is on and that variable is at 200, and if so, we're using a Vigistella visual text Windows command to show that your character is saving right in the center of the screen. And then it turns the switch off, which means it'll go to this page. Now this page is a parallel that's going to subtract 1 from that variable. And what's really cool about this plugin is it lets you decide the opacity of your boxes with a variable. So like right here, it lets me change the opacity to use a game variable. So instead of just saying make it the regular 192, it starts at 200, and then every frame it fades out a little bit more until the background completely disappears, because we're subtracting 1 from it, and a parallel process is going to run. It's going to try to run every frame of the game. And then if that opacity is gone completely invisible, right? It's at 1 or less than equal to 1. Then it runs another plugin command that closes the text. So the text pops up, the background fades for about 3 seconds, and then just disappears. But really, it saves in like 5 seconds, or no, like 5 frames. It saves like in the time it takes for like it issues the save on the first frame that it pops up. So as soon as you see that your game is saving, like, and it says like ... it's already saved. Like, it saves immediately. But it's not actually a load time. It's not a fake load time, right? Because I don't like it when it's like loading. Games will do the false load screen to make it look like there's more going on, but there's really not. The same thing is happening here, but I'm not halting the player. I'm not padding the player, because they're not locked in place when that happens. But it's there to give the illusion that more is happening that's not. So really, game's just about tricking the player. It's really about adding a bunch of polish so that it feels good. And it doesn't matter that the game saves in 5 frames. The fact that it sticks around for a little while, it makes it feel like there's more happening than there really is. Now, it's like your game will be good if you do like 100 things like that. You have to have like 100 nice little polished things, subliminal messages and hidden tricks and stuff like that. But yeah, it's also reassuring to the player to know, like, okay, I walked in here, I went into the tavern, okay, it's saving my game, I'm gonna log out now, you know? Anyway, I need to fix this status real quick. I changed the font size from 15 to 14, so if I were to just restart it and log in, forgot my password. You're gonna have to email me if you forget your password. Make a new account. Where's the database viewer? There it is. My password is always 12345. I actually forgot my account name. Live test 3. Okay. Connect. Login. Live test 3. 12345. Unbreakable. No, I don't use any real accounts with the password 12345. So it put us at the top there. It loaded where we were at. You can see it still remembered where my TP was. It says Drifty2332 because I named my character Drifty2332, and Vigistella's plugins put a comma anytime there's like 4 digits or more. It still remembers like all the experience we got, all the items we found, and none of that was saved on my computer. Well, I mean, technically it was saved on my computer because I'm running the server on my computer, but like it wasn't saved locally. So like if you were connecting to the server, it would be saved, your data would be saved to wherever the server's at. Boom. So even though it's the same style, it generated a fresh new dungeon. And the beginning of the game is coming together. Like, I like the beginning now. It's starting to feel like something you can actually play and level up. But the problem right now is there's only 2 types of dungeons. There's 0 story. And I plan to keep the story very light anyway, but I do want to put some in. And I only have a few enemies that are placed. I have a few that I can place, I just have to find the right way to place them, and the right way to balance the difficulty as far as what enemies should the player be given. And I don't want to do level scaling. I'm hoping that it'll show me the boss, because the boss is in here. There's a boss in here too. The boss has a chance to spawn, but it's only like 1 in 5 maps approximately right now. So I'm running through looking for a boss map, a boss section to spawn. I'm being very generous with the potions and drops early on to make dungeon crawling seem more worth it. I went through and that was a convenient place for the switch. It's like the exit the dungeon. We're getting tons of potions. The item limit has been changed, so you can have 999 items, but only 99 of your weapons and armors. But I also found a way to limit so that you can only have any set number. Like I can say you can only have one of this particular weapon. And that's a good idea if I wanted to make like, there's no independent items. There's no unique objects for one item. If you find an item and you change its parameters, then you change the parameters of every item of that type. Like if I find a silver axe and then I like try to put an enchantment on that axe, then it will always, all of your silver axes will have that enchantment. So I would have to limit a specific type of weapon to only have one of them to make that system make sense. And I've been trying to get unique items in, but Yenfly and the Vigistella team said that that's a nightmare. They put it in MV and regretted it, and so they don't plan to put unique items inside of MZ at all, because it's just too many compatibility errors. And I mean, I get it, I understand. I really wish they would, but like I get that it doesn't make sense to for them. You know, that's fine. Anyway, we found the boss room. The boss room spawned. I don't know how many maps we went through, maybe 4 or 5. But you see that he's got like a shining thing past him. So if you want to get that special loot, the only way to get money right now is from beating the boss. So you encounter the boss fight, and let's start off by lowering his defense. Boom. Strike. Flame blade. Bang. We've been saving up TP. Yeah. Let's keep that DOT on him. Strike. Might want to use a potion. I feel like the leveling is really slow. I want to maybe give more experience. The best way to make your game, in my opinion, is to play it and see what it feels like. And if it feels good, then keep going and add the next thing. If it doesn't feel quite right, then you want to look at the numbers and balance that out and check out what's wrong with it. And I feel like the progression, the leveling up, it's a little slow right now. You should go from 1 to 2 a lot quicker. Boom! You've obtained 50 coins. There we go. So this is a way to get 50 to 100 coins. I wrote a little script. I put it in sharing code in the Vigistella Discord. But I can share it with you now. Here it is. Feel free to tell me why it doesn't work. Or maybe you think you like it and it does work. What this is going to do is let you give your player a random amount of gold between any 2 numbers you want without using any game variables at all. And it also shows that amount, which is kind of cool. What's up, PixelPad? How you doing? Hey, Wrath of Wood. It's good to see you. Thank you. Psycho Gaming says, morning, beautiful peoples.
No, you.
Warp Enigma asks, is it solo play in Dungeons and Combat, or are you supposed to join forces with other players? You're supposed to join forces with other players, but I haven't figured out how to do that, except I've made an investment into a plugin developer that is working on a very cool system that does that very thing. So Phoenix Kagedisu is a really cool plugin developer who's working on a system that lets you team up in turn-based battles with other people, and they can all control their own character. It's really freaking cool looking, and he hasn't finished it yet. He's only started working on it a few weeks ago, but I'm giving him $11 on Patreon every month to help support that. And as soon as it's done, he says by the end of the month there might be something that we can download. Like, there might be a plugin by the end of this month, which is exciting. So yeah, by the end of this month, I might have a plugin that will work so that you can team up with other players. It's going to be freaking cool.
Yeah.
So I spent a month long on one feature, and I failed.
You know, it was a good fight, though.
It was a good learning experience.
And you learned a lot.
I did. It did take my coding up a little bit, just because I was forced to hit. I got all kinds of obstacles.
He gained a few levels on that.
It taught me to use Socket.io. So,
even though the boss was unbeatable.
Even though I still haven't beat the boss, I've got a few more levels under my belt, right? Hey, Pixel Pat, how are you doing? Anyway, you guys can use that code if you want. I think I might make a new map because I don't mind making maps when it's easy like this, because I'm using Aerosys's plugin for generation. So the simple way to do it is to copy. First of all, I'll create a new map, Ender Dungeons. Create a new one, and I don't know what we'll call it. Something with fire or lava or something. We'll call it like lava cave. Wow, I'm awesome. How about we just call it volcano? Yeah, let's do volcano. We'll make it a 60 by 60, and we're gonna use the dungeons tile set, and that'll work for now. Okay. And I'm going to essentially take this, just black screen, make it all like that. So when it's loading, you don't notice anything. Visual tricks. I'll take this little event. I think this event is just the battle background. So I'll have to change this one. Yep. Change the battle background. Let's copy a snippets one and paste the snippets in here. And the reason why I want to copy it is because there's actually a lot of data in here, like where all of these are spawned. And now all I'm going to simply do is change the floor to something else. And the walls. Too much red. I think I'll have to change that. Doesn't look good. Huh. I don't know, man. That looks really not good in my own opinion here. Plus, I'll have to write something to get rid of damage tiles. Why don't I just go like this? Wait, I'm already using that one, ain't I? Aren't I? The beautiful thing about this generator is if you have your own tile sets, you can really make it look cool. Typey, typey, typey.
Tippy tap, tippy tap.
I changed my mind. I don't want it to be volcano. I'm gonna pick something else. Like an ice cave or something. Just because I don't have a good combination of tile, like floors and stuff. Your dungeons are only gonna look as good as your tile sets. I don't know. What about this instead? This looks weird. No way, I'll use the other ones. And then maybe this for the walls. Kind of like this wall. That's not terrible. Still waiting for a tutorial on this random map generation plugin. Yeah. I'll get around to it. I did a poll and apparently people want tips and tricks. The most.
Yeah.
Like, ah shit. They're just like, yeah, that's too long. I want short videos with like a script call in it that makes my life easier. I'm like, okay, I'll try to do more of those then. It's a weird looking floor. I really don't like most of the default MZ tiles. They don't work that well. Which is unfortunate because I like so much about MZ. Can barely distinguish the difference between the ceilings and the floors. I guess we have to do this, don't we? They just look bad, I'm not gonna lie. They look really bad. There's a few good ones, and then the rest just look bad. And they don't really match that well. On their own, they look fine, but like when you try to put them together, just disappointing. That's more of a crystal cave. Maybe we make it a crystal cave instead of a ice cave. Too much purple. Yeah, we need like a brown grayish contrast. That looks better because then you have the walls that are like crystal, but then you have like a good base, a good floor. Crystals are so overused. Yeah, they are. It's true.
Yeah, crystals in RPG are like chronicles and dragons and castles and princesses and how many more tropes can I come up with? Gaias? Yeah, Gaias. Those two.
The legends of.
The legends of. The legends of crystals.
Gaia's Revenge.
It's great. One of these, I was thinking of making a really surreal, crazy, weird game, and like I kind of really want to do it, so maybe it'll actually happen, and maybe I'll name it some tropey, ridiculous name, like just try and come up with every single trope name for RPG makers possible and squash it into one title.
The Chronicles of the Legend of the Dark Crystal.
Of Gaia.
Of Gaia.
Dragons. Just random dragons at the end.
No, there's a colon and then a semicolon, dragons.
Wait, Dragons Edition. Series.
Dragon series. Something like that.
Yes.
Warp Enigma says, The Legend of Gaia, the Crystal Power of Cronus. That sounds too good. That's too original.
It's got to be ridiculous.
Dark Crystal is copyright. I remember Dark Crystal. They remade it not too long ago. I think it was pretty cool, actually. I liked it. The Skepsies. Mm-hmm. Or no, the Skeksis. But I know a guy named Skepsis, so that's why I like confused them. Skepsis D. But they're called the Skeksis, and they're like evil turtle people or something. And they like drain the life of the Gelflings. And as a kid, I was fascinated with it. Anyway, I'm gonna make these decorations. Bang. I'm kind of pasting a bit to make it faster. But over time, we can go through and customize them and make them more unique. So let's go like this and replace it with one of these. Nope. There we go. And probably get rid of this one and make it one of these. We can leave that and maybe instead put this one. That'll work fine.
Gaia, the Legend of the Crystal Dragon.
Exactly.
Castle. The Crystal Dragon Castle.
Why not?
Chronicles.
Why not?
See, it's got to go so far that it's absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Because the game I was thinking of, this is my idea, guys. Tell me what you think. I'm thinking I make like just crude hand-drawn maps with flat color, like no real shading or anything, just really bad, and stick figure people. One thing I wanted to do is make the face sets like stick figure style, but also GIFs, so like their faces are constantly like morphing and moving and being weird while you're reading the dialogue, and then just a nonsense story, absolutely crazy. Like try and make it seem like it's the mind of somebody going through psychosis or something. Just insanity. I don't know if I could pull it off, but I was thinking about it the other day and I thought it sounded kind of fun. Oh, and I watched this YouTube video about auditory illusions, and I would use auditory illusions as the soundtrack. So the whole thing would just be trippy and mess with your head the whole way.
You know what you should do is like whenever the player does something right, make it go like ding.
I should.
And then like whenever they get it wrong, go ding.
Yes.
And they'll be like, "What? Did I get it right?" And just mess with them the whole way.
Yes. I like this idea. I'm gonna have to write that down. I already have my notes for this game.
You'll make them go insane.
That's the point. This is the insanity game. Yes, I still make notes on paper.
We'll keep the boss room, the regular events, the loot table, mostly the same. I don't see a big need to change it right now. Anyway, all right, so once we've got that set up, this isn't the tutorial on how to do it, but you need to have a map with the size that you want, and then like change battle background. Let me figure out what it actually looks like. Gray stone floor with crystals in the walls. All right.
Aw, Warp says, I did not realize how much I missed the streams until I returned. You people are so awesome. I feel blessed and lucky to be here. That's so sweet.
Thank you, Warp
Thank
Enigma.
you.
No, you.
Realtron, what's up?
We're just chilling and shit. We're just like kicking back, working on our projects. I really want to make this game already. Like I've been working on it a lot, and I need a game for MZ. Like I have one for MV, but I need a good one for MZ. So I want to be able to put this out for people to get. You know what I mean? I got that itch, desire.
Gotta scratch that itch.
Yeah. It needs. I need it. I need to have another project. It's time for another project to be released. I haven't put out a game in long enough.
Warp says make a demon dungeon.
Too long have I not made a game and failed to release everything you've worked on for too long.
Warp says Drifty, please make a demon dungeon.
A demon dungeon? I can do that. We'll make that one real quick. The beautiful thing about how I'm doing this is you can suck at mapping, like be really terrible at mapping like myself, and still have a dungeon crawler game if you put enough time into it. I don't have a good battle background for like Crystal Cave. I was pretty sure I did. I don't know what the frickin' floopin' floppin's happening here, because you've got walls for the Crystal Cave, but why no battle background? Like, got gold.
That sucks.
Yeah, like, it's terrible.
I mean, all right, filter kicked on. Can't say it.
Why, T?
Nah.
Say it.
Skipping.
We need Trono here to keep it real. Oh man, I don't know. I don't see the one that I need to use. I'm just gonna have to use this dark space one. Or you know what? We'll use this one. This isn't exactly the same. It looks quite different. But it's okay. It's close enough. It does have crystals, and that's kind of what you're going for. Friggin' floople flop. Exactly. That's what she was gonna say, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
She keeps it family friendly. What's up, Psycho? He likes our idea of making the player go insane with whenever they get it right, make it go gang.
Yeah, I wrote that down. I like that idea. I'm gonna implement it in my crazy game. I feel like that'll be the game that truly reflects my soul.
Now, if you could just get it out there and complete it, right? That's the problem that everyone has. Are you able to make your game? Yeah, everyone's making a game.
Well, did
you release it though?
That's part of the beauty of it being trippy, because you can make really bad graphics and that's okay. Like I could rush through the graphics. I can make them black and white.
No, it's totally true. If you're making a troll game, it could be all stick figures.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. It's just like, it's a bullshit game.
Yes.
But you can still release a game if you want to make a quick bullshit game.
That's what I'm thinking.
You can still do it well, and it could be a lot of fun, even if it's complete horseshit.
Yeah, it could be psychological torture, skillfully done, with crappy art, like Earthbound.
What? Earthbound is a timeless classic. How dare you? How dare you? The Mother series. All right, never mind.
Oh, how about that Japanese game that was supposed to be a troll game, but people actually really love, and now it's a classic?
Bonk?
Robot Tech or something?
Robotech?
Robotech, yeah. They made it as a troll game. It literally, in Japanese, it was supposed to say like slapstick. Yeah, it was a troll game, but
Super
people
Nintendo.
love it.
I like that game. That was good. Let's see. Copy this, paste this in here. Else, if it is 2, then we will instead generate dungeon after transferring to Volcano. It's not Volcano. I gotta change the name of it. Hold on. I think I got a weird convoluted system going on. If it's 1, then do Kraken Cave. Else, if it's 2, da-da-da-da-da. Else this, and then you don't need this one or this one. Change the name of Volcano as well to Crystal Cave, and we'll call it Crystal Cave. And in the snippets, we can change the... Nope, in the decoration, we can change the enemy that you encounter as well to not always be Phantom. I wonder if I should handle this with a common event. I'm gonna do that instead. Let's make a common event that controls what enemies we encounter.
Vino says, hey, don't call my game bullcrap just because I gave the boss only 2 skills, full heal and poisonous stun. You would make
Terrible.
Drifty rage to, like, eternally rage.
I'm gonna
You'd
go
be stuck
pee.
on rage forever.
I'm raging thinking about that.
So what do you guys think I should add to my Insanity game? Give me ideas. It's going to be really crappy art. I'm thinking I won't even color it. I'll just make it black and white, like stick figure awful, terrible looking stuff, like purposefully. And then I want the face sets to be gifs so that they move while you're trying to read, because that's even more weird. But what else should I put in it? What else can I put in it to make it just seem like surreal and stupid and crazy? What's the boss called? Have some glitched music. Well, I was watching listening / watching some YouTube videos about auditory illusions. You guys should check them out. They are so freaky. That's actually where I got this idea. I was watching the YouTube videos about auditory illusions, and I'm like, I need to build a game around this because this is too good. So all the whole soundtrack would be auditory illusions. Have a debuff called Mental Breakdown, where you have 50% mischance but do 3 times damage. Yeah, maybe. Could do that. Some weird, like, battle mechanics that just don't make any sense at all. Diaper cleaning mini game. Fake errors. Fake savants, how do you do... What do you mean fake errors? I'm curious.
Lily didn't sleep.
No, she's still talking in there. When she hears you talk, she's like, Dada!
Yep.
And then,
in there and she says, Mama!
because she could hear me. Yep. And then the boys turned off her little video that was playing in the living room, and she starts yelling, "Eos!"
Ew!
Make it crash right before they had. Oh my gosh, Warp! I don't know. That may be too cruel. That may be too trolly. I think maybe you're crossing the line with that one. Make it crash just before the happy ending. That's traumatic.
Error, the game thinks you're ugly. That's terrible.
That's awesome.
What's up, Chris Williams? Random battle. Okay, so we should account for the player's level, and that way we can just call the common event and all of the decoration event placeholder things, and the common event itself will say, all right, the player is this level, feed them these set amount of creatures. I think that's what we'll do.
Oh, so Vince, you're saying like make the player think that the game crashed, but it didn't. I get it. These suggestions are getting filtered.
All right, so let's do a conditional.
Have a debuff where you have a 50% chance to poop your pants and do 40% damage, or fart and lower the enemy's accuracy. I like it. All right, poop, humor, and battle system. I'm writing this one down.
We'll make it simple. I'll put it into 3 tiers for now. Or I could put it in the same loot tiers. I think we'll do that. 41 or greater. On the else, we'll say if they are 21. Maybe we have to do it in sections of 10. Copy this. Right, so we're going to be designing inside of here. from level 1 to 10. Because I think I only have my level 1 to 10 enemies like created and balanced. Obviously there'll be more balancing, but still. We'll do battle processing. Could be a phantom. No escape, no allowing a lose. Actually, we'll do a control variable real quick. Make a variable, call it select enemy, set it to a random between 1 and the maximum number of enemies that we're going to be giving the party. And then we make another condition. There we go. I don't know, the dagger goblin seems pretty hard. It'll be fine. No else handler here. So now we have a system that we can call in a common event from the events that can be sprayed all over all of the maps, and it'll check the player's level, and it can assign different fights based on their level, and also randomize to an extent which one it gets. So I think that's pretty cool. Right now it's only designed to engage the player up to level 10. After they hit level 11, right now they won't even get into any battles, so we'll have to adjust this at some point. In all of my play tests, I've only gotten to like level 3 or 4, so I'm not worried about that right now. So let's replace this battle processing with a call common event. Random battle. And I'll just take this entire event itself and replace the decorations here with this one, and the decorations here with this one. And now I'll need to do some more testing with all the classes again to see if they can handle these first 5 creatures at level 1. So it's just a lot of playing your own game, which is fine. I'll make a new account. Red Mage seems like it's in a good spot now. It eventually gets curing magic as well, so it's going to be a really good one. So like, no, so what are we trying to implement? A game. We're trying to implement a game, adding a little bit of polish here, a little bit of polish there, adding a new dungeon, adding new maps, adding new skills, fixing the parameters, changing font sizes so it looks right, just doing everything we could possibly do to make it so that we can have a game that people can play. Adding multiplayer functionality at any point that I can. Probably I'm going to wait until Phoenix Kagerisu releases his MZNet. I think it's what he's calling it. AlphaNet MZ or something like that. And then I'm going to use that code. And instead of using his server, I'll launch my own server so that I don't have to worry about however he's got it running. I think he's using socket, which would be nice. $5 super chat from Vaseline Gonchev. Thank you so much, Vaseline. He says, at Sir Legna, thank you for the help, smiles. Still not working, but I'm finding where the problem is and trying solutions. Yeah, we're working on a minimum viable product right now. Let's make a new account and call it MVP. I like that. I think once we get that working and players are walking around on the same map and able to team up, oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so cool. I'm really lucky that somebody else is working on such a core functionality, such a good core functionality that I need, and that's why I'm backing him on Patreon. Let's go with the White Mage. I feel like the White Mage is going to be very slow and weak, and I may need to do something to beef up that. Alright, so let's just jump into dungeons. Generate me a dungeon. Ooh, we straight off got the Crystal Cave. Cool.
Human says, "Aw, did I miss complaining about daylight savings? No, complain away, man."
So this is a weird looking battle background. I wasn't sure I wanted to use it. You can kind of see why, but I mean, it still kind of works. It's not terrible. It's just, it is what it is. We have Cure right off the bat, Benediction. We don't have any like attack moves. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Let's make a White Mage Limit Burst from the get-go. With 100 TP, they're gonna get like Club Smash or something like that. Here we go. Limit Burst 158. 59 for Barrage. TP cost 100. And then I made another one down here. Dual Crush didn't really do shit. It's blank. Okay, that's fine. If you look at this in the game, and I do /v21, is it gonna show game variables 21? Or do I need to do /eval game variables dot value 21? Anyway, I think it makes more sense to put them down here, so I'll do that. Let's make a new one. What are we gonna call it? I don't know. He's gonna have a mace, right?
Human being makes a good point. When you have infants or toddlers, what do they call it? Daylight savings is just the worst because they don't get it.
Yeah, it messes up their schedule.
Mm-hmm. That's probably why Lily isn't sleeping yet. She's just talking in her crib.
Mm-hmm.
It's too early.
Yeah. 282. We're gonna call the move the Rising Sun. I like that. I think that'll work. It's gonna cost 100 TP. To test it, it's gonna cost 0 though. We'll give it this cool looking icon. And we're gonna be using multiple elements. HP damage, physical, 50 plus A.ATK times 3 plus A.MAT times 2 plus A.MDF times 3. 6 is 8. Okay. Can critical, yes. Variance 20 is fine. We're going to say custom action sequence. We'll give it one. We'll also say multiple elements. And I think I can just list the elements. Multi-element. It's one word. That actually is better. Multi-element and colon space name comma name comma name. Physical radiant blunt. We'll make it a certain hit. It's gonna cost you 100 TP. It'd really suck if it missed, so we'll do that. Welcome back, Warp. We're just making a new skill for the white mage, so he has an attack move once he gets 100 TP. Deal physical. What number is that? Select for radiant. 70. Radiant and 108 blunt damage to a single target. We're gonna word wrap this too. The site gave me an error when I try to use SSH keys. Some people also have this problem, but their solution still not work for me. Huh? Wait, did I miss a question? Why are we talking about encryption keys here? So Legna says getting the SSH keys just right, but you could push your data up, right? I don't know what you guys are talking about, but driftwoodgaming.com has an SSH key. It's encrypted. I pay for encryption. So you can do https ://driftwoodgaming.com. It's always good when you mess up your own website. It's fine, don't worry about it. I don't even care. I don't like my website. My website sucks. I hate messing with it. I hate updating it. It always takes like hours every time I want to try to do anything with it. We're gonna make this a tech move. Limit burst. Limit burst. Occasion battle screen only on one enemy. We're gonna make it a certain hit. We'll say uses. We'll give it an animation of like hit. Not special, just like bang. It's just one hit. Hit effect. Bang. Yeah, that'll be good. But we'll play a custom animation in it. So let's give it an action sequence. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna select the number 49. Go to common events. I'm gonna get my basic attack sequence and I'm gonna paste it there. And then I'm just gonna add and change stuff. So when I go to the action animation, let's see, Rising Sun, setup action, maybe we do something before we move to targets. I don't know, plugin command, battle core, command name. I don't like messing with the camera too much because it makes me dizzy when I'm playing games and the camera's like,
yeah, too much camera work is not
I'm like, I can't
good.
keep up with this battle. Just slow, zoom out and stop zooming in.
Battles need to be fast-paced. Camera movement needs to be slow-paced. They don't work together well unless it's in extreme moderation.
Some
in my
people like it,
opinion.
T. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It is crazy. You're right.
I'm like, whoa, I'm too old for this shit. Just zoom out and let me see it from bird's eye. Let me just observe what's happening without being in it.
A little bit of camera work is fine, but just
Yeah. I mean, in
people overdo
cutscenes,
it.
I like camera work in cutscenes.
And it has to be slow. Like if you zoom in really fast, it's like, what the hell? No. Slow. Easy camera. Easy. Whoa.
Chill, bro.
Whoa.
Chill, bro. Do the chilling. We'll do shockwave at point. Hell yeah. Bam. Do a shockwave at point right when you start. And then then you move to the target. You make the motion of attack. You use your action animation. Then focus on the point you hit. And then make another motion, but then this one we're going to show another animation. We'll do another little thing.
Yeah, human. All things in moderation, and also not ridiculously fast.
Show an animation on...
A quick camera can be a good thing for your Psycho game.
No, it
I don't know.
can't.
I don't know if I can
that's
cross
right.
that line.
You got to make him go insane.
All right, fine. Weird camera work. That's what I'll put in.
Weird camera work. Like, zoom into, like, the foot of the monster.
Yes, I like this. I'm going to put that in parentheses so I remember what I mean by weird. Zoom into feet. Love it. Going in.
We're going to not wait for this animation to finish. So, like, the damage will pop up while the animation's still playing. Boom, show animation, and then action effect, move to point, damage pop up, reset the zoom, boom, boom, boom. It's not much different than a basic one, but you have like this little, you've got some other stuff happening. Just an extra animation in there and an extra shock wave, and we'll call that one.
Oh, I like Warp's idea. Debuff. Zoom the camera in and out repeatedly.
Rising Sun is what I called it. Zoom the camera in and out very quickly. But
until the debuff wears off.
But use a variable and randomly pick where it zooms in and out. So you can't even tell what's happening half the time. Did I hit? Did I miss? How much damage did I do?
I love it.
That would be terrible. Everyone would hate your game, but...
Well, yeah, that's the point. It's supposed to be hated and loved at the same time, like Alexander the Great.
You know, that movie makes him seem gay.
It does. And
I don't think he was gay
history
in real life,
doesn't
but
say he was gay. History just says he didn't like his mom's matchups.
yeah, he's like, I don't want to marry this ugly person just because you need territory in this area.
Yeah. History says he had a different woman in his room every night, actually. He was a ladies' man.
Yeah.
He had 3 wives.
Yeah. So I don't know why the movie was so intent on making him seem like he has a gay lover and he's gay. Like,
We had a very intense
I feel
friendship.
like the director might be gay.
Maybe he
and
was
that's why
bi.
he was trying to like
Maybe.
he
Yeah.
was trying to like inject his own. I need you to. He was a great man. He was also gay. Like, so what if he was? But I don't. History doesn't say that. Like,
Yeah.
that's all in the director's. That's in the director's eye.
He did have a very intense relationship with his friend, and apparently when he died, the guy went nuts. Alexander the Great. He
Yeah.
freaking lost his mind because he lost his friend.
Does not everyone have a gay lover?
Sir Lagna, do you have a gay lover?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
You can have a gay lover.
But that's the thing. He could be bi. There are people that are just like, whatever.
I'm not saying anything
Whatever.
good or bad about it.
Wherever we're meant to be together.
All I'm trying to say is, like, history doesn't, like, show any of that. That's all in the director who made, and the writers, maybe.
Yeah. Warp, that's the idea. I want my game to be both loved and hated, like Alexander the Great / horrible. You get it.
All right, so let's assign this at birth. Tower of Creation. when you select the white mage, just like I fixed the red mage yesterday with giving him a nice skill.
Well, yeah, warp. They did. I don't know if it was Rome or Greece, but it was like a common thing for older men to take on a young male apprentice. And one of the things that was expected of this young male apprentice was to, bone with the older guy. And in fact, even in Alexander's history, like if you read the history or what's available as a story to him, he commented on the beauty of one other older guy's young apprentice, and the guy said, "Go and kiss Alexander," and he said no because he didn't want to embarrass the older guy by making him share the affections of his young man. That was how they did things. That was the thing. History is history. It's full of historical stuff.
History is full of historical stuff. 2021.
I loved history in school. I was such a history nerd. I had to know everybody's names and the dates and the years and the geographical regions and all that stuff.
All right, let's test out the game. Give me loot or give me death. Iron ore, hell yeah. That's the next thing I want to put in is some crafting, because the player's going to be getting bronze, iron, silver, mithril, obsidian, and adamantium up until... Oh wait, they don't get obsidian or adamantium until level 41. They don't get obsidian until level 21. So bronze, iron, silver, mithril ore is what you'll be able to find at the beginning of the game. But you'll find the lower tiers much more frequently. All right, this is going to cost 100 TP to use, but right now it's not because I'm testing it. Oh, I like it. Okay, the animation seems a little off. Bang! That's... Okay, I have to change that. We got to change a couple of things. Real quick. The timing of the second animation, show animation, needs to be different. So let's cut this and paste it. Shockwave at point, move to target, and then play the animation as it's moving to target. It says wait for movement. So why don't I play the animation first? Shockwave, show animation, move to target. So like, this is not going to wait, but this one will. So it's going to play the animation as he's jumping through it in the center of the screen. Now I think it'll make more sense. And we'll do it like that. Oh wait, I spelled that wrong. Dumb. Blah, blah, blah. You spelled your name wrong. I don't care. New account. I'll be Alex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the loots. Silver ore. Let's get into this battle. Rising sun. What? Yeah, I like it. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Even the white mage needs to be able to kill stuff. Oh, I see a problem with the your data is saving thing. If you leave the map before it's finished, it doesn't go away. It stays forever.
Uh-oh.
Until you go back to the tavern.
So like on the transfer event, can you just cancel the message?
Yeah, I think on every way out of the tavern, I can just turn off that switch. Mm-hmm. That looks pretty cool. It'll work. Let's get the loot. What did I get? 60 coins. All right. I like that. How did I get 35 coins, I wonder? I think some creature drops money. Not all creatures, but some creatures drop money. I gotta figure out which one is... Obviously, I'm overusing the skill. It's supposed to cost TP, but I'm testing it. And now to log off. It says it's saved. Yeah, that's a... It saved a while back. The text is bugged, though. Hey, that's a convenient place for that. There we go. Back to the dungeon. So now, if I let it disappear, it'll go away. Bang, it's gone. But I need to fix that bug. Hey, I'm glad we found that. Very cool. So, common event constantly takes one away from it. Let's have it take two away from it so it goes twice as fast. But then also make a... Let's copy this. And if the player selects yes, I'm going to paste and also remove the saving game away, right? Boom. And then also, if the player chooses to rest for the night, I'm going to paste and remove that text. And if they transfer out, I'm going to remove that text. So anytime they leave here, it will go away so it doesn't just stay forever. How do you keep track of bugs? I fix them when I find them, and then I don't have to think about them anymore. And if I cannot fix them, I type them inside MZMMO. I go over to MZMMO coding and I'm like, I can't find a way to blah 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 blah, and I beg people to help me fix it. No, yeah, I will forget, but if I don't go to MZMMO coding and I type it in here and I'm like, yo, is anybody else experiencing this bug? Yada 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 yada, and I type it in inside of MZMMO coding. So join us on the Discord. That's where you gotta go to stay up to date on this project. So I will write my changes in here. Added a new action sequence and limit burst skill for the white mage. Boom. Fixed a couple of show text bugs. What else did we do? Added a new crystal cave dungeon to the random dungeon generator. Created a random creature selector for the event battles that uses the player's level as a scale. Sort of. It's pretty rough, right? It says if you're within level 1 to 10, you can fight these 5 monsters. Make a Trello to keep track of your bugs. Nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm just going to put my bugs in MZMMO coding. I could always scroll up and read. And that's also, it's like 2 for 1. I can be transparent at the same time. Oh, let me check my menu. Did I fix the status to show the elements? There it is. So I have to change the font size to 14. That's pretty small. You can barely see it. I would love to rewrite this. Let me rephrase that. I would love if this was rewritten. Fucking, it's still not right because it's only showing non-elemental. There's one more element it's not showing. Summoning. There's summoning element at the bottom that it's not showing. But it's already such a small font, I'm going to leave it cut off. I would like for this to be cut in half and like go from physical to dark right here and bigger font, and then go from acid to summoning right here. And then the same thing for resistance, and the same thing for bonuses. Physical to dark down here, and then on this fourth tab, acid to, you know, the next. So like show 10, show 9, show 10, show 9. Leaves room for a 20th element. You can never have too many elements. Look at Pokemans. Look at the Pokemon series. They've got 100 million elements.
Pokemans?
The Pokemans. Speaking of Alexander the Gay. Pokemans.
Oh dear. Oh my.
I like the Rising Sun move. I think it works really good. I think it works perfectly to balance out the white mage. Gives him something to spend his TPs on. Yeah. Yeah, Grill. All about that. What you know about that? What you know about that? I know all about that. I got some mithril ore. That's what I'm going to be adding soon too. Is the crafting. Player crafting. Do 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 do. Get out of here, ghost. You got nothing on me. You got nothing on my broken skill because it costs nothing to use. It's supposed to cost 100 TP. Bees. Get wrecked.
Bees.
Easy fights at the beginning. That's what I'm thinking. Easy fights. Of course, it will be harder because you have to spend 100 TP on that, like I said. Hey, we got the boss man.
Waffles. Says, hashtag Vino is noob. Hashtag I won the war. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Waffles.
Thank you so much, Waffles. Big Daddy Waffles with a $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Hashtag Vino is still noob.
Oh, still noob. I missed that part.
I won the war.
Oh boy. I filtered the still part out.
Still Waffles. Still Dre. $50 coins. So that event is working. I think I already copy pasted it in text in the chat. It rolls a random number between 50 and... Well, actually it rolls between 1 and 100, but it has like... If it rolls under 50, then just pick 50. So it can only be 50. It'll be 50 most of the time, actually. At least half of the time it'll be 50. You'll never get like 1 gold or 2 gold. It'll always be at least 50 if it rolls below 50. That's the way I wrote it. I gotta figure out which enemy is giving money and decide if I want that to be a thing or not. And I also need to make enemies have drops that make sense. Because right now, they got no drops. They drop nothing. Let's see. Here it is. Dagger Goblins drop 10. Slime Casters drop 10. Oh, Shadow Knights drop 35 gold. That's why. Okay. So if you beat the boss, then you're going to get 85 gold minimum. Because they drop 35, and then you get at least 50 from the loot afterwards. That makes sense. I also want to make a mining cave thing. So you can go mine ores and stuff. But it'll be based on your stamina, which will come back over time. Alright, so what to do next? Maybe the crafting? We did add a new crystal cave, so we've got 3 dungeons. We've got like a little bit of scaling up until level 10. The experience seems pretty low. Like you don't get a lot of experience for fighting and etc. I'm gonna double up the experience, actually. I'm just gonna straight up double the experience. 20, 20, 20, 40, 20, 20, 20, 30, 40, and 70. So that's quite a bit, especially if you fight him at level 1, you're gonna get a big bonus for that. I might bring that back down, but anyway. We have 10 enemies, the 10th one being the boss in that section. So what I can also do is, when I make the next set of 10 enemies, add the next boss in, and change the decoration so that this rolls a common event instead of just battling a Shadow Knight every time. It'll check your level, and depending on your level bracket, you'll get a different boss. I think that makes more sense. Would be a cool way to do the dungeon. So you can keep going through the same dungeons, but the enemies get harder and the bosses will get harder as well. And the same thing here, if we want to check the level. Oh, I got an idea. Let's multiply it by the party level. I need to bring this up and check something really quick. $, game actors dot actor 1 dot level. Will it does return. So I can use this code to multiply. Why don't I take their level and give them money based on their level? At level 50, let's do multiplier. Let's change this and say let level multiplier. Multiplayer?
Markiplier.
Markiplier.
No Markiplier.
Level bonus. Let level bonus equal the actor's level divided by 2. But what if he's level 1? Plus 1. 1 plus the level divided by 2. So at level 50, they would be getting 26 multiplier on 50 to 100. That's too much gold. At the beginning, it's not enough, and at the end, it's too much. So, level 100, 10 times the gold makes more sense. Let's go like that, divided by 5. So at level 5, they would get 2. 1 plus the level divided by 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1. 1 divided by 5 is 0.2. 1.2. And then it'd be 1.4, 1.6, 1.8. Okay, I think that will work and make more sense. Don't necessarily need to encapsulate, but my tiny little brain says, if you do, it'll for sure work better. So I'll do that. I don't need to do that. I don't know why. It's fine. But then we can say math round, math max 50, math random times 100, and then you take that number and multiply it by level bonus. So will always be a bonus because it's saying 1 plus a number. So even if this is, as long as this isn't a negative number, which it'll never be, because at level 1, 1 divided by 5 is 0.2. 1 plus 0.2 is 1.2. So then this will be up 20% even at level 1. So now you'll get more gold depending on your level. Hey, I like that better. I like that a lot better. And in fact, I'm going to propagate this by copying the entire event. So that was the middle one. Delete here, paste it. And then go here, delete this one, paste it. Now you get more money based on your level. Let's see, at the end, is it going to be extremely overpowered? I don't know. Let's do a number crunch. 1 plus, let's say, level 100 divided by 5. Well, that'd be 20. 1 plus 20, so 21. So then you get 50 to 100 times 21. So you'd get 1,000 to 2,100, something like that. 1,050 to 2,100. Yeah, like that doesn't seem like too much. If you went to level 100, boy, you did some grinding. You should get some bonus for that. I like it. We're gonna go with that. You know what, guys? It's been a very good stream today. Thank you so much for coming to the live stream. We've done a lot of changes. Let me just write down. Added a level bonus, a gold bonus, really, to beating the boss that spawns in the level in the random dungeons, based on the player's level. We plan to scale a little bit more, add new creatures, add new dungeons, add a crafting system, which I basically am going to just once again ride the coattails of the people who have made cooler shit than I can make, and use Vigistella's crafting system. We'll go ahead and I've already got it in here somewhere. Where it be? Item crafting system. It's a tier 2. So we'll just start making things, crafting ingredients, and assign crafting ingredients to things so that you can craft them, like the weapons and armors and whatnot. I already did this for MV, for this database that I brought over, but I'll bring it up to date tonight/tomorrow during the live stream, whenever. We still owe people first impressions whenever you guys want to claim them. Thank you so much for coming to the live stream. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, join us on Discord. All the links are in the description below. We love you very much. Have a fantastic week. Happy daylight savings time.
No.
We'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh yeah, lick the video.
Lick this video. All right.
Ew, I actually licked the microphone. That's gross.
Stop slurping my drops, yo.
My tongue went out further than I anticipated.
Project Diablo 2 is out with Season 2, if you're into the old school Diablo 2. I'm really hyped for Diablo 2 Resurrected. That's going to be sick. It's supposed to come out this year sometime.
Yeah.
But I'm going to buy it for T and make her play it with me.
I will happily play it with you.
Yeah, you should.
I will.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I love playing games with Drifty.
I'll let you be the best class, the Ranger. The Amazon.
You know what? I have a second favorite class now.
Which one?
Rogue.
Well, Rogue will be...
That's because of Sabine in Divinity. What was her name? Sabine?
Oh, yeah.
She was awesome. She was a rogue. She was wicked cool. She made me like Rogue. Yeah, assassin, rogue.
I forgot her name.
Ooh.
She's talking about Original Sin 2.
Ooh, best character.
Divinity 2, Original Sin.
And she uses bows. Rogues use bows.
Yeah.
And daggers.
Yeah, sure.
Me likey. Yes.
Waffles with another $5 super chat right at the end. Like the video or else be noob like Bino. Thank you, Waffles. Appreciate that. Big Daddy Waffles. Shout out. All right. Love you guys very much. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. Have a fantastic one. Thank you so much. And keep working on your game. It'll get there.
Bye.
Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.